it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Kraft shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Here we go on a Football Friday edition on the Buckeye Show. Timmy Hall here with you. Bodeman back there running the show and on the update desk. And as you heard at the top of the hour, you can't get away from it here on this day. And this is news with Johnny Gaudreau that you're not going to get over anytime soon. I've been thinking about it all day. You know, I popped on Man and Bone and had some fun with those guys like I usually do, a typical part of my day. And I heard some of their show and how they broke this down. And I go back to the Mourning here when this became real, and our fellows from the Mourning Juice, Bobby and Brandon, have to do that show and kind of adjust to it on the fly and come to grips with how, shoot, this is factual. This has happened. Our star winger, one of the biggest signings, probably the biggest guy the Jackets have ever brought in here. And for a contract like that, like, he's gone. That's it. Just tragically killed in a bike accident. Johnny Gaudreau and his brother, Matthew, 31 years old, 29 years old. How hard a family is hit here. What a beautiful day this was supposed to be for the Gaudreau family. I can't even fathom a bigger sports tragedy. I just can't. When you factor in what a big time guy he was and how excited he must have been to, keep going here with the rebuild with Columbus, and what they hope to do with new management and a new coach and bringing in some new guys and some new blood. And, Patrick Laine not here anymore, but Johnny sticking around. And, the way he picked Columbus 2 years ago, and that was always such a big thing. And I heard so many of our guys make that point throughout the day, but this is just so tragic. It really is. And, I didn't want to come on, and even though this is the Buckeye Show, and just get right to a game against Akron tomorrow, because I feel like even though you're listening to this show, you're fans of the Buckeyes, we are rabid sports fans in this town, and there's nothing more that we want than to see the Columbus Blue Jackets figure it out, as an organization. There's nothing more that we want than to see, like, these guys, do it. And the passion that is in this town for that club, and the way that people fill that arena who are also big-time Buckeye fans. I mean, this is sort of a gate that swings both ways, with the time that we spend, cheering for the Buckeyes on college football Saturdays, and, going to, making our choice between maybe a Buckeye men's basketball game or a Columbus Blue Jackets hockey game on a weeknight. How many times have you had that option where, I got, one in town, one down the road there. What am I feeling more like tonight? We love it all, right? We love it all. And I couldn't sit here and not talk about him on this show. But I will do one of my segments coming up here at 6:15. So the final walkthrough, I'll play it a little bit later here while we talk about Johnny, but that will be coming up. And of course the Buckeyes are going to play Akron tomorrow, and I'm not sure if I've seen anything yet, but I would imagine they're going to do something just because.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it is, but they are going to do a moment of silence. Yeah, I did see that for sure.
And that's, I don't know, I'm not here to talk about, you should be doing this or you should be doing that. There's none of that going on. I think that whatever is done, whatever you can factor in, whatever you can, put into the morning of events leading up to, or the afternoon of events leading up to kickoff. I know it's going to be a big day for honoring Archie Griffin, and, that doesn't change, and he's going to dot the I, and that's going to be a really cool moment, a really special moment, but we can't really pretend like we're totally cool going into this weekend as fans that care about all our sports teams here in Columbus. It's it's not that day. It's probably not even going to be over a month from now. Like, this is just, my goodness, it's just as tragic as anything that you can contemplate. And it makes you think about your own family, right? It makes you think beyond sports, and that's I think how sports connects us, right? Because we are cheering for players and individuals that many of us will never get a chance to meet in a personal setting, but we feel like we know them. And I think most players that put on those jerseys that really ingratiate themselves with a community, they appreciate that. I think they like that, and that helps them play a little bit better. And for a guy like Johnny, who came to Columbus when he had some other options, I mean, he's an American-born hockey player. That's always, cool. We have so many Canadians, and not obviously that's cool too, and it's a big sport for them. But half the time the roster's filled with Canadians, and you got this Jersey-born kid, this American that plays in Calgary and is awesome, and he's got the nickname Johnny Hockey, and then he's got a chance to move around, and he settles in Columbus. I still remember I was traveling with my family in the summer of 2022. We had taken that trip to St. Andrews to go and check something off the bucket list, and we got a group of 9 people, and we're on cloud 9, just enjoying ourselves. And I remember this news was starting to break. And I think it was like July 13th in 2022, and the news came down that the Columbus Blue Jackets were actually doing this. We were, rumors were about it, but when it became true, you just sort of pinch yourself and say, man, is this something that's real? Like, all the negativity that has always been about this organization when they have big-time players, there's either something that happens with a player-coach relationship, or a player just doesn't see that he can make the name for himself that he wants to in this market, and they want to leave. And Johnny Gaudreau is coming to Columbus, and we're just mingling with people out there, and I happened to be chatting with a couple of fellows that were from Canada and rabid hockey fans. They were Maple Leafs guys, but either way, we were talking about it and breaking down how cool it was, and I was explaining how I was from Columbus. Now, this is just such a big deal, and they were happy. They were not fans of the Jackets, but happy to see Columbus make a signing like that, make a move like that. And then it wasn't but a week later that Patrick Laine got his multi-year extension, and then you felt a certain type of way about where things were going. But yeah, you can't throw out enough sympathies to Johnny's family, Johnny and Matthew, who are gone now, and the tragedy that this was, the fact that it was the way that it happened, how it happened, when it happened, how beautiful of a family that Johnny has with Meredith and 2 kids, Noah, who's turning 2 soon, and Johnny, who's not even hit a year. I mean, my God, forget about all the hockey. Forget about, what I said about how, excited Johnny must have been to continue on here. Just all the life that he had in front of him. 31-year-old, playing the sport he loves, making a ton of money, has a lot of great years ahead of him. And for this to happen, and for them to be, ready to celebrate their sister's wedding, you cannot even fathom what their family must be going through. And to everybody in the Columbus Blue Jackets organization, it's just, you don't know what to say. It's really, really sad. And rest in peace, Johnny Gaudreau. I know the Buckeye family and the Blue Jackets family is gonna blend a little bit, and they're gonna have each other's backs. So I hope that we see a pretty cool tribute tomorrow at the Shoe before the game. All right. We got the Akron game coming up tomorrow. It is week 1 for Buckeye football. Been a really, really, really tough day for sports in this city, but we'll get things going. We'll get that final walkthrough. We'll have some fun with it. And the final walkthrough for week 1 against Akron coming up here. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
The Fan mourns the loss of Johnny Gaudreau, a father, husband, brother, and son. Rest in peace, Johnny Hockey.
At Bob's Discount Furniture, when you find a complete dining set that seats 6 and comes with an extendable leaf for only $5.99.
Oh my, Bob.
And a sofa that doubles as a chaise, and a bed, and storage like my Playscape for only $9.99.
Oh my, Bob.
And a queen mattress with world-famous Bobapedic memory foam and an 18-year warranty like my Treasure for only $7.99.
Oh my, Bob.
Well, there's only one thing to say.
Oh my, Bob.
Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The drums bang, the flame sparks, the trumpets blow, the hot dogs sizzle, the crowd cheers, the fans eat. The sounds of Buckeye football are synonymous with the best damn band in the land in the stadium and the Weber Grills outside the stadium. Weber is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. To celebrate another season, Weber is launching a limited edition Ohio State grill, inspired by our Buckeye helmets. Get the best damn grill in the land at Ohio area retailers near you ahead of the football season.
It's Toyota's national sales event with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including Toyota's lineup of go-anywhere, do-anything trucks, like the powerful new Tundra. Now through September 3rd, you can get a new Tundra with low-rate financing, special leases, or customer cash up to $2,000, depending on model. And the 2024 Tacoma is now arriving at your Toyota dealer with dominating power, legendary capability, and captivating style. Get details at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It is time to square off against overpriced family dinners with Donato's all-new bakery crust pizza. A square-cut, thicker bakery-style crust with smoked provolone cheese and Donato's fresh toppings, plus your choice of marinara, ranch, or garlic sauce for dipping. The crust is thicker, but the deal is the kicker. Right now, you can get 2 one-topping bakery crust pizzas for just $19.99. It's a whole lot of pizza for not a lot of dough. Order with the app or at Donatos.com.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
Here at The Fan, we give you 14 hours of live and local programming every day. We care about you. We live and work in your community. Except Bo Bishop. He won't tell us where the hell he is. Your live and local station. Except Bo. The Fan.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Healthcare.gov is here for you when life happens. If you lost your health coverage because of turning 26, going off Medicaid, leaving your job, or moving, you could be eligible to enroll in new coverage now. And if you need to update your coverage because of marriage or having a baby, you could also be eligible. But don't wait. There's a limited time to enroll. Check your eligibility at healthcare.gov today. Life happens. Get covered. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens of your latest forecast. Scattered showers and storms this evening will fade out tonight. The heat will be on in the early part of the evening. Cooling temperatures after sundown falling to the low 70s. We'll drop temperatures for Saturday, highs only in the 80s, but scattered showers and storms remain in the forecast, including some that could impact the Ohio State game. So make sure you're keeping an eye on that 10 TV app for the latest radar, drier weather, and cooler weather as we head toward next week. That's your latest weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
Buckeye talk that's way fresher than a Fan Cafe chili dog.
Dog. doggy.
You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Timmy Hall with you here on a Football Friday. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Tough day. Tough day indeed. Rest in peace, Johnny Gaudreau, Johnny Hockey. Passed away, was killed last night in a bike accident, him and his brother Matthew. And we've tried to be here for you guys the only way we know how, all day long. There's no real way to do shows like this when it happens, but my goodness, you just sort of, we're here through thick and thin. Anything that goes on in this town, we're always going to be here with the lights on, doing radio the way we know how. We'll try to continue and have some fun along the way, but not losing sight of what a massive, massive tragedy that was. If it tells you anything, for those of us that didn't have the pleasure of knowing him personally, is just to, make sure that you attack each day and you live every day to the fullest, right? Because life is fragile. You're planning on going to a wedding one day and times are good and you're happy, and then all of a sudden it could be gone. So every time that your head hits the pillow, ask yourself if, you were nice to the people you love, if you lived that day the way that you could have lived that day. So that's where it is. But hey, you know what? We're going to get ready for this Buckeye football game. Boys are going to be playing tomorrow, and weather be damned. We got maybe a couple little issues here that I will tell you about. So if you don't remember these segments, these are the ones. This is sort of the fast and furious, little upbeat way with the music going and the sound clips. The way that I like to, on a Friday, do my sort of one last hurrah to get ready for a Buckeye game day. And it is Week 1's edition of the final walkthrough. Please enjoy. All right, here we go. First week of the final walkthrough. We got the Akron game. And can we just first nod and celebrate the fact that football is really back? It's a beautiful thing. It's been a long, long off season, and there's a ton of excitement for this pivotal year. I am more excited than Jessie Spano was to sing in her concert at the Max and Saved by the Bell.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited!
But I'm not so scared because Akron is going to get the bleep beat out of it. And Will Howard, our new starting quarterback, he shares Miss Spano's excitement.
I'm so excited. I truly can't, I can't overstate that, how excited I am.
Guy sounds like you can't even contain him. It's been a week of prep as we get to the nuts and bolts that's seen absolutely steaming temps. We got 10 TV weather impact alerts all week. It is just way too hot, as Panama Ted puts it out there.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Yeah, it might be better with a Tyvis Pal ice cold lemonade. That's the drink that's going to help you. But weather forecasts are calling for 84 degrees, so we cool off. But now you give us scattered thunderstorms? I know you guys are going to go out there anyway, but now you're going to bring rain to us after this whole week?
I keep playing. I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for quite a while.
I hope you're right there. Well, Ohio State's coming off an 11-2 year, 2 straight losses, facing this Akron Zips team coming off a 2-10 season. They're bad, and a 3-game losing streak. 3:30 kickoff. Network pregame starts at 2. 27 years together for Paul Keels and Jim Lachey. How about that? The line? Buckeyes by 48.5 points. My God. Let's learn about Akron. A lot of you have asked, where the heck did this Akron Zip nickname come from? And how come none of us know? We didn't know. We got a lot of Mac blood around here. We got Miami, Kent, Ohio people, but we didn't know this, so we had to do the lazy research. We found that the nickname was chosen back in 1927. They did a campus-wide contest to choose a nickname. One student suggested they call themselves the Zippers, which was a popular rubber overshoe sold by the Akron company B.F. Goodrich. That student's name was George Zip.
George Zip said that?
Yes, George also said that someday his team would be up against it. And the Breaks are beating the boys.
Tell them to get out there and give it all they've got. And win just one for the Zipper.
I actually lied to you. That student was not George Zip. It was Margaret Hamlin. But in 1950, the athletic director, Red Cochrane, shortened it to just the Zips. Then in 1953, the mascot, Zippy, showed up. This was also chosen after a student contest, and it was decided a kangaroo with boxing gloves and a zipper would be the thing. Zippy is also female, one of the only 8 female mascots in the United States, so put that in your pipe and smoke it. Oh, you wanted actual Akron football things? Well, they've won 7 games in the last 5 years. They are quarterbacked here by one Ben Finley. Yes, you then ask yourself, is he the younger brother of former Bengals 4th-round draft pick Ryan Finley? The same. Oh, the other thing here, we're honoring the only 2-time Heisman Trophy winner in college football history and someone on the Mount Rushmore of Ohio State football, Archie Griffin. He had a statue unveiled today. He's dotting the I with the marching band tomorrow. How about a little throwback in the Buckeye Show annals all the way to August of 2012? T-Bone hosted, and he had the great Archie Griffin on.
When you see a one-time Heisman Trophy winner declaring for the NFL or graduating from college, do you have any celebration, any ceremony? Let's keep it real here. Is there anything that happens in the Griffin household?
I will keep it real, and that doesn't bother me at all. It really doesn't. I mean, I get asked that question all the time, but it doesn't bother me. In the past, I never tell people who I vote for or anything with the Heisman Trophy, but I voted for a guy who had already won it once, and so it just doesn't bother me. I mean, I figured if I could win it twice, there's somebody else out there that's going to win it twice. I thought it would have happened by now.
My God, Bone is always at the broadcasting chops. I once asked questions to Tress about Archie. I did not have the chops back then.
A lot of talk has been maybe it would be kind of interesting how Beanie Wells might be a kid that comes and prevents that from happening, as in keeping it the only, as Archie Griffin, still the only Ohio State guy to ever done that. What's your thoughts on Wells and the type of season that he's going to have this year?
God, make it stop. Let's hear Jim Knowles talk about what this defense is going to do for the Bucs in 24.
Maybe that year 3 is because, you get the guys who a couple years in the system, and now you're working with veterans, So here at Ohio State, we're working with veterans who are also extremely talented. So you have to expect the best and chase perfection. It's just what we got to do.
Oh, my God. I'm probably going to exhaust the bed music here in week 1. What else? We got helmet comms, 2-minute warnings, a Caleb Downs, a Quinshon, a Jeremiah Smith, a retooled O-line, a 12-team college football playoff, 18 teams in the Big Ten, and so much going on. And I know Beamer and I, we are going to love bringing you some post-game coverage tomorrow around 8 o'clock right here on The Fan.
And I hope to see you out there.
All right, there we go. Week 1, final walkthrough in the books. People have asked me, Bodie, why do you tape that? The only way I can say that is I have to. I can't do that live.
Yeah, come on.
I do it like live. Like I prepare, I get it ready. I have a different sort of array. Like we have the soundboard here in the studio.
Jack and Dick.
We can play things, but I can't do it in succession like that with the music, with the clips, and then everything going into it. So it's just how you got to roll with it. But how's the week going for you, Bode, man?
Pretty stressed, pretty nervous. Not ready for tomorrow night, Timmy. Got to be honest.
You got a little trip to Texas A&M.
Yep.
The Boatman, of course, is a famous. No, not you.
Newark.
Your guys.
Newark.
Yeah, your guys. And you'll be watching.
I'll be watching.
And you'll be waiting.
For better or worse.
How do you feel? Feel they're going to blow it?
You know what? I tell them, go out there and win one for the zipper.
George Zip?
Or Gip.
Well, I will tell you guys, Common Man had asked me what the spread was going to be for the first college football game, which I told him I got a lot to do, so it's not really that way. But on the bye week coming up here soon on September 14th, I'll be thinking about chicken wings because American Nitro's Smoking Hot Wing and Music Fest, it's back. It's presented by Lowe's. It's back for year 2. And I get to be a judge again. Live music, cold beer, a wing smoking competition, food trucks, tons of wings, 3 tons of wings, and a great cause. And we're raising money for Ghosts of War, providing immediate assistance to veterans in need. And if you think you have what it takes, sign up your team at 971thefan.com. All the wings and smokers, they're provided for you, and you're competing for cash prizes and that first place trophy. Brought to you by Lowe's, Columbus Chamber of Commerce, Darby Dental Supplies, Valpak of Central Ohio, and more. It is time to seal our picks week 1. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's It's time for the Buckeye Show's fastest football picks in the world.
Sponsored by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
As always, Tyvis sends his picks. He's getting ready to do his Big Ten Network tailgate show tomorrow morning. So here we go, Bo, man.
Let's fly through it, Timmy. Number 14, Clemson against the number 1 Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia favored by 11.5. Tyvis got the Dogs.
We're going to stay with the Dogs as well, the Dogs.
Number 8, Penn State is on the road. They're a 7.5-point favorite at WVU. Tyvis likes Penn State.
Penn State, if you don't do this, we got problems.
Yeah.
Nittany Lions.
Number 19, Miami is on the road against Florida. Miami's favored by 2.5. Tyvis likes the Canes.
Oh, we're going to be 3 for 3 here. Going with the Canes as well.
Fresno State is at number 9, Michigan. The Wolverines are favored by 21. Tyvis
I'll
likes the cover,
I'll take
though.
Michigan. I'll take Michigan.
Okay, Tyvis is taking Fresno State.
Oh.
Number 7, Notre Dame is at number 20, Texas A&M. The Aggies are favored by 3, but Tyvis said, give me the Irish.
I'm going to go with your Irish, too. Kiss of death.
Sunday night, I hope both teams lose in this one. Number 23, Southern Cal faces number 13, Louisiana State in Vegas. The Tigers are favored by 4. Tyvis likes the Tigers.
I'm going to go with the Tigers as well. Go Tigers.
Monday night, they can't even spell go right. Monday night, Boston College faces Florida State. Number 10, technically still Florida State. They won't be that when the new rankings come out, but the Noles are favored by 16.5. Tyvis said, give me BC.
I'm going to take the Noles here.
All right. We're going to drink the Roll-Aid on this one. Tyvis is not. UTEP is at number they are not ranked. I'm sorry. They're at UTEP is at Nebraska. The Children of the Corn, they're favored by 27.5.
Let's go Huskers.
But Tyvis said, give me UTEP.
Give me the Huskers. All right, so we got some differences there. Did he give you an Ohio State? Because mine, an Ohio State prediction, I got it at 63-0. Buckeyes roll, Buckeyes cover, shut up for the defense.
He did not give me one, but I'll text him and get one.
We'll get that to you guys when we won't lie when we give it to you next week. All right. Been fun here after a very, very, very rough day. Rest in peace, Johnny Gaudreau. Unbelievable tragedy here in our sports town. High school football week 2 action is coming up. We got Canal at Davidson. Skip Mossick gets the pregame rolling next. Have a good weekend on the Fam.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
This Saturday, choose chill and grab a Coors Light. Press play on Ohio State football and pause on everything else. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose the one beer that's made for Ohio State game day. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics 2024. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
We go to war for you. At Sugar Schnurr Trial Attorneys, we don't back down. Accident? Call us today at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation. Results matter because we go to war for you. warforyou.com.
Wendy's new Saucy Nugs come in 7 saucy flavors. Yep, you can literally hear your taste buds going. Taste bud sounds may vary. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary by location.
It's the summer sell down at Performance. Get up to $16,000 off MSRP on new 24 Jeep Wranglers and Grand Cherokees during the Make This the Summer of Jeep event. Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Georgesville and Delaware.
Not valid on previous sales. Cannot combine offers. Must take delivery from dealer stock 8/20 to 8/31/24.
Picture this, the perfect summer barbecue. No stress, no responsibilities, just all your friends, burgers and hot dogs on the grill, and a delicious, refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar in your hand. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Burgers sizzling, hot dogs cooking, Pepsi Zero Sugar fizzing, and a backyard of very, very happy people. Oh yeah, we could get used to this. Very, very used to this. Pepsi.